good.
Hi, Sandy. That's funny.
Hello.
Look at all your cute pictures. We have such cute people.
All right, it's setting it up on YouTube. It's done. And then I have you guys patience for a moment while I cut that out. And then great, look at that. We didn't even get any reverberation or anything because I am getting so good at this, all of this stuff that we have to figure out. I'm digging it. All right, I have to go back to gallery view. So give me a moment there because she gone. I am suddenly in speaker view. And if you could just please give me a moment, it is continuing to show me grid. So still grid, still columns, still grid. CC, help me.
I don't know what any of those words mean. So the top right is view, and all I know is speaker and gallery. So are you accidentally sharing your screen?
No, why am I? Not that I know of.
I mean,
oh, you guys, you love me so much. Okay.
I'm going to recommend that you calmly minimize everything that is not Zoom.
Well, there's nothing to minimize.
Press escape.
Escape. Okay.
Well, we can see you, and I can see everyone else. Why don't you make me...
We're good. Here we go. We got her. We got her.
Okay.
All right. Anyone going to watch the playback? Make sure you don't start until a minute in. Okay. Okay. All right. You too can be a pink Cadillac driving sales director. That's one of the things we're going to talk about. So what do you guys think of that?
Great.
Okay. Thank you for making this a priority. We appreciate you guys so much. On our Lunch and Learn, this is about you guys. Love it, dig it, love it, dig it. Did you guys say Sandy was on?
Yeah, she said hi.
Oh.
She said hi.
Sandy, it says 8 are on. Oh, I just might not be able to see non-cameras at the moment. Okay, very good. Okay, Sandy and Maggie?
Yep.
Great. Okay. So we're excited. We're excited. We're moving, we're grooving. All right. Thank you guys for being on. We got a lot of things that we want to share, and we want to hear a couple things from you as well. So, Cease, do you want to go first, or?
Is there something in particular that you would like us to focus on today?
Yes, I want all of us to focus on. Okay. Thanks, Cease, for sending it back because, you know, you guys, just so you know, she and I talk in advance. And then, you know, sometimes what happens is I just get so excited, I just go that way. So, okay. She's wearing Nashville for a reason, y'all. Because we're going to Nashville in January. Okay. So those of you that were at the event, there's Diane Volk. Diane Volk, thanks for being on today. Those of you that were at the retreat and are able to hop in and speak, can you share just like a minute or two, not long, on, if at all possible, like your biggest takeaway? Your biggest takeaway, if you can.
My biggest takeaway was tracking, organizing, and you can simply do it with a folder. That was my biggest takeaway. And so I bid on her coaching. So hopefully that will, and I won. So we're going to be doing that too. But that was probably my biggest takeaway as far as, okay, stop making it so hard, because I don't track and I don't schedule very well. So
how can we reframe that?
Well, now I schedule really well and I have so many opportunities. It's flipping amazing.
Yes.
So now
yes. There was my vocalization training right there, came to life. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Or Maggie or Dawn or Sandy, whoever, whatever.
I can say
Go ahead,
something.
Mom.
There it is.
Oh,
Okay, got it.
Sandy.
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. So my biggest thing was not necessarily a tip or trick. It was more of, oh, how can I say this without crying? It was more of the unity and positivity from the whole thing.
Thank you, Sandy.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Because even today, not getting into any specifics, but when you're at an employer and they're saying that they're not telling you negativity, but all you're feeling is negativity.
Mm.
Ah,
And then when, with Mary Kay, when you're running your own business and you're making your own hours and you're doing exactly whatever fits for you, you don't feel that.
Mhm.
yes.
When we were around everybody and everybody's clapping and smiling and cheering, I mean, who wouldn't want to be part of that? Why wouldn't you want to make that a goal for yourself?
Yes. Yes.
When
Yes.
and then when somebody has to tell you this, I'm not saying what you're doing is bad. Generally, it's bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So unity and positivity. Thank you.
Right. Right.
Confirming.
Don't give a precursor. You give a precursor, that's exactly what it is.
Fact. Yes. Thank you. Yes. 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 You're so right. Mom.
Well, again, the sisterhood is magnified when we have these events. And when there was a little incident, it was multiplied even more because everybody comes together to make sure everything's okay. And I just felt so good being able to be with all the people that we love being with, that we haven't seen for a while, and we get those hugs and we get reassurances from them that we're doing things right, and we give them reassurances that what they're doing is right. And it's just such a positive, wonderful environment. It's just worth every second and minute that you can put into it.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Let's see. Dawn. 1 minute.
So this weekend, it was more of the thought process of how little, when we look at a woman, there is little about her that was actually her choice. Genetics created her eye color and her eye shape, and the people she associates with create what she presents to the world. If they go, oh, you don't need this. Yes, you need this. But listening to all of the directors get a chance to speak, it's really what's inside that, we may all look different, but we're not. And it's just that reminder. It's the reminder of the fact that all of those women took money and time and energy to be there because they want more out of it. And it was great to be in a casual situation where you didn't know who you were talking to. That was brought up, is the fact that, we weren't separated by the red jackets and the director suits and the national suits. That wasn't part of it. So that just helped me remind myself that we all have silly things that we have to overcome.
Yes.
Just in different flavors. So, and Mary Kay is an excellent vehicle and tool to really get women to bring out their best. And watching the women walk around the hotel with each other and whatnot. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a hotel and there were women.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I gotta cut you off.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe you can share it tonight or next week. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maggie, can you talk or are you unavailable?
I can talk.
Okay, great.
So I think my biggest takeaway, because it's all I can keep thinking about, is, in the past we've heard don't prejudge when you're talking about the Mary Kay opportunity and passing it on. But what I really liked that they said this time around was your recruit doesn't have to be perfect. You just need recruits.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that kind of takes the pressure off a little bit to like give them all the information all at once and maybe just make it a little simpler. So that's all that's been really stuck in my head for right now. And so I think I just need to share a little more.
I love it. Thank you. So thank you, Maggie. So what I'm hearing is Rhonda's going to Nashville. She's booked her trip. She's booked her flight. She's got it all going. Okay. She's bringing Dan Deaver. The four of us are going to have a magnificent time. Okay. Because Terry Mack is coming too. This is going to be awesome. So she's committed. She's in. How can you tell? She bought a plane ticket. Dory mentioned sisterhood. Sandy mentioned unity and positivity, which is sisterhood. Dawn said what's on the inside, and that's our culture. And Maggie said the recruits don't have to be perfect. We just need them. Again, the sisterhood. And which leads me to Nashville. And why am I talking about Nashville? And why are we talking about Nashville? Okay. So something that I have also learned, I shared this with Cece. I've spoken to Rhonda about it. I've shared this with Dory. And perhaps many of you others as well that are watching now or playback. But an idea, a thought that keeps coming to my mind is when you think about becoming a leader in this company, or maybe you don't think about becoming a leader in this company, or maybe you would think, if I were to ask you if you would want to be a sales director, your thought would be, nope, I don't. Or no, thanks, that's not for me. Or no. Whether I ask you, whether I don't, whatever, God puts a dream and an idea in your heart. So all of you at one time or another on here have actually vocalized that you would like more, that you would actually like to have that position. And then life. And then someone disappoints you. And then someone quits. And then someone says no. And then something doesn't go exactly how you think that you thought it was going to, and you get mad. And then something else happens, and then something else happens, and then this life thing and that life thing and life and life and life. And then you're like, no, that wasn't for me anyway. That wasn't for me. Okay, well, God put the dream in your heart, not the devil. Okay. The devil doesn't want good things for you. And having experienced being both a consultant and this side of that step, being a sales director, I can tell you it is the most amazing thing in the world, because the sisterhood and the positivity that you all mention is magnified as a leader. It's exponential. It's exponential who you get to hang around and who you get to be with. And my idea, just imagine today, or have you ever wondered, or can you wonder, is what if, or just imagine having 10 active team members and going to Nashville. Okay. So I'm not asking you, do you want to become a director? Do you want my job? I'm not asking you any of that. I'm not asking you to quit your job. I'm not asking you to like your job less. Okay. I'm not asking you any of that. Okay. What we're simply asking is, what if you had 10 active team members, which is what it takes, 10 personal active team members is all it takes to be a director in qualification, a DIQ, to see if it's something you want to pursue. So all the age that you are, as long as you're over 18, you're all over 18. Yes. Okay. It is impossible for you to have been 100% sure about every decision you have ever made prior till now. You may have wanted something, you didn't know you were going to love it. You may have been completely not sold on it, but you're like, I'll try. Some of y'all weren't completely sold on your husband, but you married him anyway. Things turned out, things worked out. Okay. The laughs. I like that. Okay. All right.
Thanks for bringing that up, by the way.
Yeah. That was my little interjection of humor. Okay. And, we're not asking you to not do something. We're not asking you to, Whitney, I know you love being a nurse. Stop being a nurse and just do this. I'm not asking you that. I've never asked you that. Right. That's like a thing that's your jam. You dig it. It's part of you. And man, rock that, for as long as you want to rock it. I'm not asking Rhonda Deaver, you better close up that floral studio and you better only do this. Come on. No one's asking you to do that. Okay. Simply asking you to open your eyes to experience something, perhaps an opportunity that you wouldn't have been able to before, and just look, just see the women that we're talking about. Just see if it's something that you want to pursue or not. I was talking to Shantae the other day, my new team member. She's like, there's no shame in my game. You can come to my apartment. We'll do the party there. And I'm like, great. Remember, I was a single mom too. I grew up in diverse neighborhoods too. I lived in Milwaukee too. Like, she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm not judging your apartment. You're a single mom. Okay. I'm not judging. So there's no shame in becoming a DIQ and then deciding if you want to pursue it or not. You guys, I was a DIQ 2 times. And on the 3rd time, I actually became a sales director. I just simply didn't do what I was supposed to do the first 2 times. Okay. Whatever. And then I figured it out, and then I did the right things and I did what I was supposed to do to get there. And here we are 23 years later. So what if you just opened your mind to, well, I don't know about 30. Well, I don't know about all the cart. Well, I don't know about any of that, but 10. You guys, everyone on here has at least one right now. All of you have at least one. Some of you have more.
Yep.
Okay. Or maybe not everyone's active, but you got a couple to choose from there. Okay. So none of you are even starting at 0.
You've proven that you know how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I would just simply ask you to be open. Just be open to the idea. Be open to the fact that Southwest flights are like wicked awesome crazy right now. And they're not only awesome, Mary Kay offered us a discount through a corporate thing. They've never done that before for sales directors. So there's this awesome discount through American and Southwest. We can forward you the link. And then if you got your flight already, you might even be able to get a credit, because I got my flight already. So, and so did Rhonda. So we might be able to get some sort of credit. Okay. Just simply opening your mind to the possibility. And stop hanging on to the past hurts because someone decided this wasn't for them or quit or whatever. You guys, that's their deal. That's not yours. It wasn't what you said or didn't say. It wasn't, maybe if I wouldn't have said this, she wouldn't have quit. You guys, you can't say the wrong thing to the right people, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong people. People have life. Every single one of you on here has not played full out the whole time you've been in Mary Kay. And guess what? That's okay. No one's asking you to, okay? Play full out when you're reaching a goal. Sometimes your playing full out is less than other times, right? Whatever. What if you played full out until December 31st? What if you played full out for the next 2 weeks for double credit? What if you played full out for the next 6 weeks or for the next 90 days, just to see? What if you surprised yourself? And to address what really quickly, what Maggie said about stop trying to look for the perfect recruit. We just need recruits. Yeah. It's not our job to judge whether this is for them or not. Mary Kay said, share it with everybody, and who's supposed to come in will come in, and who won't. Like, who doesn't have $20? Okay. I can tell you, prior to 6 p.m. on Wednesday night, Shantae didn't have $20, but at 6 p.m. she did, and she did the $90 starter kit, not just the $20 starter one. And she was only going to do the 20, not based on money, but because she thought She just wanted to start slow and she thought that that's what that would mean. And I'm like, let me tell you what 90 gets you, girl. Because it gets you $400 to $500 worth of stuff and all of that. And she was like, oh, I think I'm just going to do that then. I didn't judge her financial situation. I gave her the better of the two and let her figure it out. I said, you can do either. I'm just telling you. So I like that you said that, Maggie. And basically what you're all coming with is the sisterhood. And there really is nothing like it. And if there was, then we wouldn't be this successful after 60 years. And I would not be excited to have my 26th anniversary next month. And at 55 years old, saying, oh yeah, people, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. So I'm going to close with, write this down. Some of you got it while you were there. It doesn't matter if you were there or not. Write this down. Specifically, what will your 10 years from now self thank you for doing your this age self? So I'm asking myself, what's my 65-year-old self going to thank me for doing as my 55-year-old self? And Leah Carta shared this and said, when she was 27, what's my 37-year-old self going to thank me for? And she's now 37 and said, oh my gosh, how I worked and chose to work my business during all of these different times has now afforded me the luxury to be able to spend so much extra time with her aging grandparents, financially and physically, that she wouldn't have been able to do. So I'm like 65, man. I'm going to be on the edge of retirement. I will have by then convinced the company that it needs to be 70. It's my mission, you guys, but it's my mission. But unless we're top director, I can't say it. Unless I'm an NSD, I can't say it because they got to listen to the people that are doing it, right? So I'm like, man, and that means Cece will have been in for 10 more years building her legacy. Okay. Like, wow. What can we do today that your 10 year from now self thanks you for? And then if that's kind of far away from you, what will your 5-year self say thank you for today? What will your 1 year from now self thank you for today? And those of you with little kids, not even big kids, whatever, little or big, what will your children thank you for doing a year from now that you decided to start today? That's it. That's our lunch and learn today. That's it. Wide open. Going to Nashville, getting plane tickets, making a commitment. You know, when you get a plane ticket from Southwest, you're never lost anyway. If something doesn't work, it doesn't work. Then you just save your plane ticket for seminar. It's not that big a deal.
Mhm.
Nothing is that big a deal.
Nope.
Everything, whoever says it, everything is figure outable.
Love that.
All right. Love you guys.
Have
Have
a
a
good
great week.
See you later.
We'll see you tonight.
Bye.
Bye.